Another interesting tidbit here that I found to be pretty interesting. Salute to our guy, Fred Katz, friend of the program. And I always read Fred's articles on The Athletic, man. Always does a good job there. And he did a fan mailbag where he was asked about which players could he see being gone by the trade deadline and which players might be sticking around. And he had something interesting to say here about two members of the Knicks' young core. Those two members were Jericho Sims and Miles McBride. He said neither Sims nor McBride would be headliners in a trade since they are on cheap salaries and are out of the rotation. Other teams have tried to land them as throw-ins before, and the Knicks haven't been amenable, league sources told The Athletic. They like those two too much just to give them away, and I couldn't see either Sims or McBride moving unless their salaries were necessary to make a major trade work. What do you guys think about that? He said Deuce and Jericho, Tarzan, Sims. The Knicks have rebuffed any attempts at getting these guys as just some sort of throw-ins in a trade. I like that. I think that's pretty interesting. We've known, when Berman was here, shout out to Berman in the Post, that when he was here, he said that, especially Deuce McBride, Tibbs was a big Deuce McBride fan. A big Deuce McBride fan. And we've seen in moments when Deuce has been needed, in certain moments, in certain games, he's delivered. Same thing with Sims. And Sims likely, I don't think Deuce has a shot at any minutes this year unless it's like major injury or the team is just like completely just needs something, a shot in the arm. I think his minutes take a big hit. But Jericho, I think Jericho will play because with Mitchell Robinson, you can count on him being hurt. So that moves Ihart up and that moves Sims up. So as insurance, somebody in the chat said insurance. As insurance, Greg Weiner, as insurance, you're going to need these guys because you just never know. And you're going to need depth and guys who play hard, play good defense, rebound the ball, does what the coach needs them to do. Far from perfect players. We know Sims's deficiencies. We know McBride's deficiencies. But certainly guys who play well when their number's called. And that's all you could ask for. So, very interesting. And at the end of the day, as this new CBA takes shape and takes form, and teams are trying to figure out how to build, it's going to be more and more important to have contributions from players who are on their rookie scale contracts. Those players become even more valuable because they can contribute, they can help make your team better. And they're on very, very favorable deals. Look at Christian Brown with the Nuggets. Look at what the Nuggets did in their draft. They went with all upperclassmen, all guys who are plug and play ready. They lost Bruce Brown, and they went with guys who can play from day one, fit right into the system that Calvin Booth and Mike Malone want, and be ready to go from day one. I think a lot of teams are gonna be looking at, especially the back end of the rotation, because you just never know when you're going to need those guys. A lot of teams are going to be looking that way. So for Sims and McBride, just be ready. Because according to our guy, Fred Katz, they won't just be dealt for nominal gains.